Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how I painted this reverse block. First, I started by painting the base of the block white. I made sure that every surface was covered and this was completely dry before moving on to the next step. So next, you're going to want to draw your shape in pencil. And don't worry if you have to erase or if you make mistakes. We're going to go back in and fix this later. You can see I messed up a couple of times. Once you're happy with your shape, go ahead and touch up any mistakes with white paint. You really want to make sure that you're not leaving any pencil marks behind, because the cleaner the block looks, the better the effect is going to look. Once you've touched everything up and you're happy with it, you want to move on to outlining your shape in black paint marker. And you want to make sure you have a pretty thick line for this one. Once you're happy with your black outline, take either a red marker, paint marker, or red paint and outline one of the sides of your shape with red. I chose to outline the right side of my shape with red. And you can see I am only outlining the spots on the right side. I am not doing any of the horizontal lines. Once you're happy with that, outline the other side with blue. So I outlined the left side of the design with the blue marker. And then once you're happy with that, draw some red and blue lines coming off your image in either direction. So you can see I started with red, and my lines vary a little bit in size and length, and then go ahead and do that with the blue. Once you're happy with that, create some white gaps. You can do that either with paint, with a paint marker, or a whiteout pen. I'm doing that with paint here so that it's nice and thick and it creates this nice solid white line. I also thought I had too many of those red and blue lines coming off, so I went over them with white to get rid of them. For the back, you're going to paint one half of the block red and one half of the block blue, and use a generous amount of paint to do this. Once you have both colors on there, use a dry brush and blend them together. Make sure you don't overblend, because when you overblend, you'll just end up with purple. When you just blend a little bit, you'll end up with these streaks of red and blue, which looks pretty cool. Let that dry completely, and then write on your prompt with a paint marker or a Sharpie. I chose white for this paint marker because I thought it would really pop. And don't forget that exclamation point, maybe even make it into a smiley. And this is how the front of my block looks, and the back. And then I sealed it with some UV protectant sealant so it doesn't chip, and then I put it into the pile. Join us next time to see what we paint.